Staying true to his doomsday cult leader status, Donald Trump now says the apocalypse is coming as President Joe Biden's economy reports new record-breaking job growth. All that and more now on Graf's Grievances. So first, there was alternative facts. Remember 7 years ago when counselor to the newly elected president Donald Trump said this?
You did not answer the question of why the president asked the White House press secretary to come out in front of the podium for the first time and utter a falsehood. Why did he do that? It undermines the credibility of the entire White House press office on day one.
Don't be so overly dramatic about it, Chuck. You're saying it's a falsehood, and they're giving Sean Spicer, our press secretary, gave alternative facts to that. But the point remains.
Wait a minute. Alternative facts? Alternative facts, 4 of the 5 facts he uttered. The one thing he got right was Zeke Miller. 4 of the 5 facts he uttered were just not true.
Kellyanne Conway defending the White House press secretary's lie about the size of the crowd at Trump's inauguration by rebranding the word lie as alternative facts. Well, now we don't just have alternative facts coming from Trump and his supporters. We have an alternative reality. And every day, this alternative reality, which is entirely fictitious, becomes a more dystopian hellscape.
We have a very sick country. It started with energy. Now it's all over. If we don't win, it's all of us, it's millions of people. If we don't win, this country is finished. I really believe that. I think it's finished.
Doomsday cult leader Donald Trump holding his first rally as a convicted felon Thursday in Arizona and saying that the United States of America will cease to exist if he is not re-elected president in November. This concocted apocalyptic vision, part of a desperate attempt by Trump to get Americans to not trust their lying eyes and vote for him. And sure enough, within hours of those remarks, Americans were greeted with fresh news that Trump is not only a liar, but that President Biden is the best steward the U.S. economy has ever had.
Maria, this is something. 272,000.
Nancy Lazar was right. She was right.
She was right.
272,000. Everybody, the estimate was 185,000. And by the way, that blows even the top of the range from economists going in. The range was 120 to 258, and we came in at 272.
Another amazing jobs report under President Biden that even Trump sycophant and disgraced journalist Maria Bartiromo could not contain her excitement. U.S. jobs growth blasting past expectations in May, with almost 300,000 new jobs added last month. In addition, wages remaining strong, with average hourly earnings up 4.1% from a year earlier, helping Americans confront lingering inflation. And the good news doesn't end there. Labor force participation, the number of people in the workforce of prime age, is the highest it has been since 2002. 2002. For those keeping track, thanks to President Biden, 15.6 million more Americans now have a job compared to when Biden entered office after Trump's 4 years. And the unemployment rate has now been at or below 4% for 30 months, the longest stretch in 50 years. Which brings us back to the twice impeached convicted felon and rapist former president. 4 years ago, May of 2020, the unemployment rate in America under Donald Trump was 13.2%. And 21 million Americans were unemployed. Talk about an apocalypse we, the American people, never need to live through again. But that is only part of the nightmare that is in store for the United States if Trump is reelected and carries out his plan to not only terminate the Constitution, but never leave office again.
On day one, I will seal the border, I will stop the invasion, and we will begin the largest domestic deportation operation in the history of our country. Have no choice.
And if that sounds familiar, it should.
We're going to build the wall. We have no choice. We have no choice. Build that wall. 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 Build that wall.
Trump was promising to seal the US-Mexico border with a wall 8 years ago. Did he ever get that done? Of course not. But Trump did exacerbate America's immigration crisis by separating almost 4,000 undocumented children from their parents after they crossed the US-Mexico border. That horrific tragedy was left to the Biden administration to clean up through a painstaking process of reunification. And unlike Trump, President Biden also negotiated the toughest border security bill in decades that would have allowed the president to close the border when it became overwhelmed, only to have Trump kill the bipartisan deal over fears its passage would help Biden win re-election. To the contrary of what Trump has said, the United States of America, the greatest country and greatest democracy in the world, is only in jeopardy if Trump is reelected. Under the continued leadership of President Biden, America's possibilities will remain limitless. Thank you for watching Graph's Grievances. Let me know what you think. Please like, subscribe, share. It really helps me grow this channel, and join me in the next one.